You hate when insurers unfairly undervalue injury claims. We all do. It's not your fault because there are outside factors beyond your control responsible for deserved revenue that is not being captured on most injury claims. Unless you have a team of experts consisting of doctors, auditors, economists, vocational or life care planners, and could afford to engage them, there will be deserved revenue that is being withheld on injury claims. In fact, you'll be shocked to discover that over six figures of valuation is being lost on most soft tissue injury claims. How does the demand maximizer work? Smart IQ is a comprehensive injury claim audit that raises the injury quotient or the valuation. Smart IQ is built upon an artificial intelligence platform and does what the human mind cannot do. It's fast, it doesn't get tired, and it doesn't make mistakes. Plus, the AI platform is extremely affordable, making Smart IQ the right choice for engaging expert auditing to maximize claim valuation. The Smart IQ eliminates the need for multiple and expensive outside consultants as it combines multiple expert analyses as a medical injury claim audit, a forensic review of elements of damages across 28 monetary markers, telemedicine inventories to detect threshold injuries that are overlooked 45% of the time and now identified by Smart IQ, allowing for significantly increased financial recoveries. Medical impairment rating, which accounts for 25% of the entire medical valuation and is missed 95% of the time. Economist calculations that add six figures of valuation to average soft tissue claims. Radiographic assessment of injuries that the human eye cannot see that are missed 65% of the time. Lost services for valuations in over 10 loss service categories. Neuropsych inventories to detect concussion, emotional, and cognitive disorders, and independent medical validation, a third-party assessment to establish evidence-based data beyond the preponderance. Smart IQ is discovering and allowing recovery for an average of six figures of added valuation on basic soft tissue injury claims. To see a sample demand, just go to our website. I'll review now a sample, but I'll scroll to the highlighted audited section showing the captured deserved revenue. You'll notice all the different sections. There are actually 28 sections. Section 3D is the impairment rating according to AMA guides. The diagnoses should convert into an impairment, and the impairment should be a reflection of the AMA guide criteria and protocol, so it's admissible and accepted by the insurers. Scroll further down through the other sections until we get to the next highlighted area, showing what the audit will do to add value. So this starts with pain and suffering past and pain and suffering future. Let's take a brief look. Pain and suffering past. The days since the accident are recorded, and here we see 444 days. The average waking daily hours allowable for pain and suffering is 16. And then the 16 hours times the amount of days since the accident, 7,104 hours. The Bureau of Labor and Wages survey will assign $14.22 to this patient based on their age, their gender, the number of children that may live in the household, their occupation, and their zip code. The economist calculation here for total pain and suffering is $101,018.88. And we do the same for future pain and suffering with different rates. You see, for future pain and suffering, in this case, they're only allowing 1 year, a same 16 hours a day gives us 5,000 hours for future pain for the next year. But here they're only allowing for $3 of value. And that, again, comes from expectancy data, dollar of the day value, Bureau of Labor and Wages, occupational employment surveys, time use surveys, and factors that are responsible for the value, all done by our economists. So you'll see that there's $17,520 assigned for future pain and suffering. Now, everyone's familiar with loss of services as loss of household services. There are 10 categories of lost services. This category here shows loss of household management. But if you look at the next category, it's loss of home maintenance. And then down a little bit lower is loss of household services. So there are 10 categories. Now, the insurance companies are the ones that will honor these lost services and provide for a payout in these areas. Now, here you have to find out the hourly wages and whether or not they're going to be recoverable, whether they'll be market value, whether there'll be per diem value, or whether there'll be replacement value. And that's decided by the economists. And you'll see that there are different wages for different categories. And that's going to depend on, again, the age, the occupation, the zip code, and some other factors. Now, let's go down and look at damages for emotional distress and cognitive disorders. So here's an explanation of how we arrive at that. But you can see, for example, a sample of emotional distress warrants $14,208, exact same for cognitive. So there you're looking at 14,000 in each area, close to $30,000 for emotional distress and cognitive disorders. The demand itself is quite extensive. You can view this at our website and get a better look at what the audit can do. Our service will write a demand in full or can be used just to conduct an audit and give you a report that you could add or include into your demand. A medical injury claim audit can prove to be the most valuable tool in your demand. Properly conducted, an audit can boost your claims valuation by sizable multiples. Contact an auditor near you and we'll run a free review for you on one of your injury claims. Visit us at www.settlemax.info and view a full audit demand formulated in this fashion.